Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing my just finished, a Skelita from Monster High Restoration. This doll was a childhood doll. It still is a childhood doll, obviously. She's a childhood doll of mine. I got her when she came out. I had, let me see. I had Claudine Wolf, what's her name? Jennifer Long, and Skelita from the Scary series. And I always loved Jennifer Long and Skelita so much. And I still do, and I really wish that I didn't mess them up, but I did, because I was a child. So, but it is kind of upping my skills a bit, being able to kind of make them look somewhat similar to what they originally looked like, and you know, that's good practice. So here's a close-up of her face. This is my first doll I ever did practically fully with. She was mainly done with watercolor pencils. I used Mr. Super Clear for the for prepping my base. Then I used watercolor pencils for building up the features you see, the nose, the eyebrows, eyes, etc. Basically laying the foundation and building on top of it. And then I went over the black areas, particularly the nose, the little dotted features, and the stitches. Not really so much there, with black acrylic paint. And I also used white acrylic paint for highlights and the whites of her eyes, which is a little bit blotchy because I need a new brush, but that's for another day. She has been partially rerooted. I used for the orange, I used nylon hair from a rainbow high doll. Not a rainbow high doll, I forget the name of it, but it was from from MGA. I believe it was Amaya Rain from one of those type of dolls. And I used black Kanekalon braiding hair for the black. So these are essentially just the exact hair color she had. I believe the orange might have been a bit more on the, teeny bit more on the red side. I'm not sure, but I quite like how this looks. And for what I changed, I kind of departed from the original design slightly. Her eyes were originally a much deeper brown, a much more realistic brown. I chose to give my doll a more, well, that, and I'm quite limited with the color selection I had for my colored pencils, but it ended up working in my favor. I believe these eyes look a lot better with the orange part in her hair. I believe it kind of pulls in the colors a bit more. In the original, personally, the eyes looked a little bit like they were dragging the face down, but I think these look a lot better in my opinion. She is missing her hands and one leg and a shoe, obviously, but I do have her a dress. I have one part of her dress, and that's it. That's all. That's the only other thing I have to this doll. So I found the body to this doll, and I was like, wow, there's Skelita's body. I don't have the head, so it's essentially not really worth much to me. The head is worth more to me than the body. But somehow I was able to find the head somewhere, and I was just thrilled. So I immediately took her in, took all of the old face-up off. I did do a community post of the before and after pictures, but I will just go over. If you want the before pictures, you can go to the community post and check that out. I can't edit my videos currently. I'm quite new to filming videos, so I can't insert pictures. I will learn to do that at some point, but for now, this will have to do. Let's see, I first washed her, then I took all of her makeup off, and then I removed the chopped off bits of her hair with a screwdriver. First, I cut them down as short as I possibly could, removed what I could with a screwdriver without disturbing the rest of her original hair. and then I rerouted it. I rerouted her hair first, and then I did her face up. One, because I was scared to do her face up, and two, it's better to root your dolls before you do their face up, and so you don't mess it up during the rooting process. I have not learned my lesson from doing that multiple times. In my I believe I posted on my community post another face up I did. It was of a SDCC exclusive 2010 Frankie custom I did. And for her, I painted that doll and then rooted her afterwards, and it kind of messed up the ceiling I did on her. So yeah, I would not recommend doing that. For this doll, especially for the Mr. Super Clear, I've heard of it cracking if you mess with the head, like squish it and whatnot too much. So I'm kind of just like not. It's not water resistant, so you can't wash your doll after it, but it's fine. I already washed her hair. I've washed her body, head, hair, boil washed it already. So she's fine. But that's one bad thing about Mr. Super Clear, I will say. I might have to look into some different sealers. I'm just testing things out. I'm new to repainting and such, and restoring dolls to this level, so, you know, we gotta begin somewhere. But I am gonna continue using my Mr. Super Clear, at least what I have now. I am gonna be glossing her eyes. I don't have a sealer for that yet, but I have just been, for all of my paint work, I've been using a clear coat nail. It's a dual base and top coat clear coat nail polish. And it's been keeping my paint work very good, and you're able to wash with it. It does not really budge with water like that, so I could basically boil wash my doll's hair with keeping my paint work with using that method. So I'll look into doing some other things with different coats and whatnot, but yeah. So this is her, and she is going to be getting her dress on right now. The Cleo doll that was in my the reroute of a childhood doll video, that's I put her in Skelita's outfit because I didn't have the doll, so I thought it looked good on her. But now that I have my Skelita back, she's gonna be naked, so I'm gonna have to find her another pair of clothes. I have a bunch of Monster High clothes, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I'm actually curious about doing this to some Barbies as well, because I do have some Barbies that don't have faces, and they're good dolls. They don't have any faces. So yeah, so look out for those. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm glad, and see you in the next one. Skelita says goodbye. Bye bye.